Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim build. Today we're going to never know defeat as Malenia from Elden Ring, until a guy with a jar in his head decides to make it his personal mission to ruin our day. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with the ability scores. Using point buy will make dexterity 15. Don't lie, your first fight against her was over in 2 seconds or less. Next we'll make wisdom 14. I'm pretty sure she's blind and yet she has no trouble finding you. We'll make intelligence 13. Despite the scarlet rot, she still seems mostly there. We'll make strength, constitution, and charisma 10. There's just no reason for a negative. For race, she's a demigod and based on a Valkyrie, so we're going to go for Azamar, putting our +2 and +1 to dexterity and intelligence. We'll also get celestial resistance, dark vision of 60 feet, healing hands, and the light cantrip. We'll also speak common and celestial. We'll take the soldier background, getting military rank, athletics and intimidation, land vehicles, and dice. For class, we're going to start off as a fighter. We'll get strength and constitution saving throws, pick acrobatics and perception for skills, and be proficient with all weapons, armor, and shields. At level 1, we'll get second wind and our fighting style, picking blind fighting. Because let's face it, she is blind. Just look at those eyes. I wonder what color they used to be. Now we're going to multi-class to monk, getting martial arts and unarmored defense at level 1, and key, unarmored defense, and dedicated weapon at level 2. And before anybody asks, no, her prosthetics do not count as armor of any category, and as far as I can tell, her dress is just a dress. Is that arbitrary? Yes it is, but you try making this beautiful bitch without stretching the rules. We'll also get our Celestial Revelation, picking Necrotic Shroud for our second form. Admit it, you started crying the first time that happened. Next we'll multi-class to Wizard, getting Arcane Recovery at level 1. At level 2 we'll get our Arcane Tradition, picking Blade Singing for performance and Blade Song. She's just so damn graceful. At level 4 we'll get an ability score improvement, which we'll use to take the Resilient feat, bumping dexterity and getting dexterity saving throws. Almost all the enemies in Elden Ring took Mr. Piccolo's course on dodge, and unlike Gohan, most of them passed. At level 6 we'll get extra attack, and at level 8 we'll get another ability score improvement, which will cap our dexterity. Our last wizard level will be 10 for Song of Defense. Damage negation is kind of like healing. Going back to fighter, at level 2 we'll get Action Surge, and level 3 we'll get our martial archetype. We'll pick Battle Master, taking Painter Supplies for giggles and getting our superiority dice and maneuvers. We'll take Lunging Attack for the opening thrust that put the fear of Goddess into everyone fighting her for the first time, Sweeping Attack to cleave through multiple Spirit Ash summons, do not use a Spirit Ash with multiple bodies, and Grappling Strike for the one attack that had everybody puckering their assholes just from the trailers. Level 4 and 6 will get ability score improvements, which we'll use to take the Mobile and Tough feats. At level 7 we'll get Know Your Enemy, another superiority die, and 2 more maneuvers, taking Evasive Footwork and Riposte. Unlike most enemies, she's smart enough to not just stand there and let you wail on her. At level 8 we'll get one last ability score improvement, which we'll use to take the Fighting Initiate feat for the dueling fighting style. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. Now to talk spells. As a wizard, our spellcasting ability is Intelligence, our spell save DC is 16, and our spell attack modifier is +8. We'll have 4 first level slots, 3 second, third, and fourth level slots, 2 fifth level slots, and 5 cantrips to choose from. We'll take Sword Burst for more crowd control, Poison Spray to follow an attack with, and then Blade Ward, Prestidigitation, and True Strike to fill the gaps. With a +2 intelligence, we'll be able to prepare 12 spells. We'll take Cause Fear because that's what she does with her opening move, and False Life to get a little bit of healing here and there. We'll take Jump for Hops, Enhance Ability for superhuman abilities, and Connect Jaunt to get out of a group. Remember the Unearthed Arcana where this also did damage? I do. Good times. Next we'll take Mirror Image for her Rot clones. Does she use them this way? No, but she probably could. Next will be Wither and Bloom for some AoE Scarlet Rot and more healing. We'll take Fly to Fly in our second form, Haste because oh my god she's so fast, and Spirit Shroud for some Scarlet Rot damage on attacks. Our last 2 spells will be Steel Wind Strike for Waterfowl Dance and Cloud Kill for Scarlet Aeonia, 2 abilities that are not as good when you use them because Malenia is cooler than you. Going back to the main sheet, we'll take a Longsword for the Hand of Malenia and 3 prosthetic limbs. What, you thought them toes were a design choice? Nah, if it's metal and still on her body in phase 2, it's a prosthetic. And again, not armor, and don't even try with a helmet, one piece does not a set of armor make. We'll also take a component pouch for spellcasting. Our AC with unarmored defense is 17, our movement speed is 50, and our average HP is 142 with 2d8, 8d10, and 10d6 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week for another whatever the hell I'm calling this other series.